What's good? We streaming live. What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine.
And I'm still James.
Yes, we on Google Hangouts today. James is not in studio, but he's here in spirit and also in voice, which is his superpower.
For you.
But I got an intro though, so check this out first. All right, we back. I had to play a little intro, and we good. All right, so we got a nice little podcast planned for y'all today. We gonna do a movie review, and we're gonna do some trailer reactions. I put all that in the thumbnail, just to let you know what's going on with that. But so first thing first, we're gonna jump into this movie review on Mowgli. Mowgli is Andy Serkis version, Warner Brothers version of the Jungle Book story. Yeah, the Jungle Book story. And as people know, 2 years ago, was that 2016? They had one. Disney had their version, or their live action version. So, and this movie was slated to come out on. It was slated to come out in the movie theater, but for some reason they pushed it to Netflix. For the life of me, after seeing this movie, I can't see why they did that because it looks amazing. What you think, brother James?
I'm still trying to figure out why they would do that because it looks so gorgeous, But I'm wondering if this is not them trying to put a little bit of investment on Netflix as a platform, trying to bump it up so it's movie theaters don't get the gold seal on movies from now on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was thinking okay, this movie deserves a theater showing when you see how it looks. You know what I'm saying? But but like you said, it might have been something where they were just trying to bump up Netflix. But what I was hearing that because of the violence and because of how, it was a little too, they might feel it was a little too graphic for the kids, so they decided to move it to Netflix for that reason. Do you think that has something to do with it?
I mean, it could be, because I feel like this is a better way to get this in, where families can see it. That way, if you ain't looking to go and pay for an adult ticket, then come back with your kid after it's safe for them to watch or whatever.
See, and I was thinking I was thinking that was there could have been a reason where you don't want your kids having nightmares, and because it might have been because it looked so real that they might have had nightmares or whatever. I thought it was tame enough for at least young kids to handle it. Because the violence is animal on animal, and it's not. I don't know. I guess you feel like it ain't nothing you wouldn't see on the National Geographic channel, and that's on normal TV.
I feel like it's not even as graphic as what you'd see on National Geographic.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little more tame, because when it's got some violence in there, but it's not gory. A lot of it is they cut away and then they show an animal with a wound or something, and that's cool. That's more okay. It's not cartoon violence, but it's not excessive violence.
Right.
So, okay, let's talk about the plot, which most people know. It's following. The plot of Jungle Book is when a kid, I guess a family got lost in the jungle or was in the jungle and they got attacked by the tiger, and the tiger, I guess the tiger didn't know the baby was there, and I guess one of the animals took the baby and raised it as their own, kind of like that. It's it's more to it than that, but that's kind of the gist. And then as the kid grew up, Mowgli, as he grew up, he wanted to be an animal, and he was kind of wondering why he wasn't like the other animals or whatever. So I think they stayed pretty true to the plot. Now, was that more like the book? Was that more like just the book?
Yeah, like especially because like with this, you don't get like some of Disney's embellishments, like the King Louis, that was Disney character. So like that's why you don't see him in this one. So,
you said which character?
King Louis.
Oh, you know what? I was gonna talk about that. I was wondering, like, he didn't make, so he wasn't in the book then?
Nah, that was all Disney.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Okay, so this is more faithful to the book.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, and I never read the book, and I always was a fan of the old original movie, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I like this a lot better than I like that the Disney one, with the songs and stuff.
Yeah.
This so I take it
no time for songs in this one.
Yeah, so I take it wasn't originally supposed to be like a musical.
No.
So yeah, so from when they first start showing the animals, right, it just blew me away. Like the hyenas had like flies buzzing around them and stuff, and so that looks so real. But it's like the lighting was so weird that it worked for it. Like the animation, like the way they faces animated, it seemed more human like. But that worked for the plot. What you about to say?
Yeah. One of the first things I noticed was like even when you first see Ka, when you see her slithering through the underbrush and everything, it's like you can even see patches of old skin that she hasn't scraped off yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, so yeah, there's a lot of detail they did with that. Yeah, and I'm looking like a lot of them, they look dirty and shit. Like Baloo looked real dirty.
Like he's a little bit slack jawed and everything. You seen that he been in a couple of scrapes and everything.
Yeah, it looked like he just been rolling around the dirt and shit. I mean, and I guess that's what they would look like because, I mean, they in the jungle. They not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was thoroughly impressed on the way the animation looked, and like I said, it looked. The facial features looked like they was more like human expressions, but that was perfect because guess what? The animals are not really talking. You know what I'm saying? They just trying to say they talking to each other, but we hear our language, but they actually talking, another way or something like that. I think that's what they was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they didn't actually talk English, so that's when later on in the movie when somebody tried to talk to Mowgli, he didn't understand him, and Mowgli couldn't talk to him because they wasn't really talking. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's why they when they talk, they look kind of human, like their facial expressions look real human because they're not really talking, So I thought that was pretty good, man. It was a good artistic choice doing the faces like that. And we could talk about some of the voices, the performances. Did any performances stand out to you?
Honestly, like one of the ones I enjoyed a lot more than I thought it was Christian Bale as Bagheera.
I did too. I didn't even know that was him until I went back and checked. I thought I was gonna hear that little lisp he have,
Yeah. Because I was listening for it. Like I'm like, are we sure that's him?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't listening for it, but because I didn't hear it, I didn't think that was him, because he got that little lisp. And then when he, when he do the Dark Knight, when he do the Batman voice or whatever, he got that little lisp, and it's like, yeah, he talks weird or whatever. But I didn't hear it, His Bagheera actually was pretty good. I really liked the Shere Khan. That was Benedict Cumberbatch doing the voice of Shere Khan. And
I mean, if screen acting doesn't work out for him, he has a future in monster voices.
Yeah. I mean, I could tell some of it they added some extra sound to it or whatever, but I mean it worked.
Yeah.
it really worked or whatever. And Andy Serkis did the voice of Baloo, and I thought that was good too.
He did his usual excellent bit, you know.
Right. Wait, he also directed it. Andy Serkis also directed it, and I was like, this is actually a superior version. Yeah. But I mean, of course, you know, kids gonna gravitate to more of the funner version, you know, and that's probably what they wanted to do, because
probably.
Because like you said, I was actually wondering where King Louie at, because I saw when it was kind of a part where the monkeys took him or whatever, and I'm like, okay, well, here go King Louie. Who they gonna have for King Louie or whatever? But they never showed him. I'm like, what? Like, oh, they didn't do the King Louie. But I guess that was a Disney creation. I didn't know that. Because as a lot of people don't know, or a lot of people would remember, Tailspin was kind of like a spin-off cartoon of Jungle Book. And you ever watched Tailspin? You saw Tailspin once or twice, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I saw Tailspin.
I mean, I know it was way back in the, Tailspin kind of old, you might not have caught that. But anyway, King Louie was, he was a little bar owner. He's called everybody, hey, what's up, cuz? And then that's how I started liking Louie from Tailspin. So it's cool. But this actually worked better because it's just more serious. That would have been kind of a little too goofy if Monkey would have came out, what's up, cuz? you know what I'm saying?
Like they give you this dark scene and then I all of a sudden, what up, cuz?
Hey, but so Tailspin was something different because Shao Kahn was like a businessman with a business suit on and shit.
Yeah. Like he was real slimy and smarmy and everything.
I know. It actually was the perfect adaptation of what he was as an animal to what he would be as a human hybrid or whatever the fuck they are. But anyway, but no, it was good. But the parts where it kind of slowed down for me is when he got to the human village. The movie's supposed to do that, and it wasn't even too long. It wasn't too long or overdrawn. But I was enjoying the animal stuff so much that when they got to the human part, I kind of, was starting to be like, okay, So,
yeah.
but like you said, it's like just like the book, and it wasn't too much, and it actually worked good for the plot because it started showing how Mowgli started realizing, okay, this is actually where I belong, or these people are like me, you know what I'm saying? And then they accepted him too, So, I think they did a good job with that. And another thing I liked was this little dynamic. Well, the when they added the hunter in there or whatever, was that in the anime? I think I do remember a hunter though.
There was a hunt. I'm trying to remember. I feel like there was.
Yeah, but anyway, the drama was good. I'm gonna tell you what, it's one part there, man. I almost cried a little bit, and it was a part when he got the albino wolf was the other outcast, and that was sad, dude. And I'm not gonna say exactly what happened with that. And they actually did a cliche little moment where I knew it was gonna happen. It still made me sad as hell. You know what I'm talking about? With the whole the moment. Well, I ain't gonna be ruining them. The whole, they do this a lot in these movies where the moment where where your main character is just like real mean to one of the other characters that he cool with, just because he pissed, so he take it out on somebody else, or he or she take it out on whoever, and hurt their feelings. Yeah. So I knew that was coming, but it still made me sad. So I
think that was Andy Serkis' son that played that character too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't like the fate of what ended up happening with that, but I mean, it's the book story. It ain't gonna be super nice. again, that could have been one of the reasons why they decided to take this to one of the reasons why they decided to take this to Netflix instead of the movie theater, stuff like that. They figured there was probably too much of emotions for kids, I'm guessing, you know. And I'm thinking like, what was you about to say?
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was, because there was some fairly heavy stuff.
Yeah, I mean some real stuff. I mean, and then they showed things like them hunting for other animals and stuff, because they was carnivore. You know, he was living with wolves and they eat, you know, other animals or whatever. So they actually showed some stuff like that, and you know, and usually stuff like that, like Disney or whatever. They do, but you're not gonna see them probably like in the Lion King. You ain't gonna see the lion eat no other animals, you know.
Right.
But that's what lions do.
We just ain't gonna talk about that right now.
And they don't ask for that shit. They take that shit. But no, but yeah, I thought that was all good. I feel like they should. I think they should have took the chance and took it to the theater, put the PG-13 rating on there, and just let everybody know it's a little more adult. You know what I'm saying? I think it would have just been that much better. You know, I think this should have went to the movie theater.
Because I think it would have killed, man.
Yeah, just the way it looks. You need to see this shit in IMAX, dude. Like, or just on a bright screen. Did you watch it on your 4K? How good did it show up?
Yeah, man. Like that's one of the few times like I've actually been glad I bought the damn.
I told you, hey man, I watched one thing on 4K, man, and I was in love. Like, I know you gotta buy more expensive shit and you'll have a 4K TV, but nothing to show up as 4K because you ain't got shit 4K. But I seen one thing in 4K, I was like, oh my God, I need more of this.
Like I just need some 4K glasses to make the rest of the world look that good. You know what I'm saying?
And I was stupid enough. I watched something in 4K, right? And then I watched something on my other TV.
Oh, you can't do that.
I know, hold on. I even went so far as got SD, not HD, SD. It looks horrible. I can't even enjoy this shit. So yeah, I recommend watching this in the best film quality possible because of the animation and the special effects are like it's fucking second to none. And I need to see Andy Serkis doing more work with animation or more of CGI or mocap. I know he do a lot, but I think they ought to give it. I'm ready. I believe that he can take the whole movie. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just because he's showing he's a competent movie maker. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Because when I'm looking at this movie, I'm like, okay, you can give him like a whole movie instead of just let him do the mocap on a movie. You know, maybe they could have gave him Star Wars. I don't know if he ready to handle the whole Star Wars movie. But I was just thinking because he played Snoke or whatever. But I'm going to give this a rating real quick because I'm going to just start ranting about some other shit. I'm going to give this a rating. I give this movie an epic, bro. I'm sorry. I went up to the epic. I was going to give it, I was going between epic and dope. But I really love this movie. And I really love I was just in love with looking at it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it was just a feast for my eyes. So, yeah, just the way it was looking, the way it was written, and I'm sure that it's more faithful to the book. And I just think a movie like this was designed for somebody like me, opposed to catering to just the kids, and that boosted up a lot for me. Where they didn't mind, they took chances, they was experimental with things, and for that, I give this movie an epic.
For me, it's like, especially like because I was such a big fan of the book itself and the author, Like whenever I go into a movie like this, I'm like, okay, where they gonna fuck up what the writer put in the book in the first place? And like I kept waiting for that moment, and by the end of it, like I forgot I was looking for it. Like this is what it looked like in my head when I was reading the Jungle Book as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So like I can't give it anything other than an epic. It's just too good.
Yeah, especially if you were a fan of this. I think if you was a fan of the book, if you was a fan of the book, you really gonna love this movie. Now, if you was a fan of the original Disney animated movie, you might like it, or you might think it's a little too rough. But I recommend going in with an open mind, and I think you can enjoy it more. But yeah, it's definitely an epic for me, and I guess you say you give it an epic as well. So yeah, no doubt that is our review for Mowgli. Netflix Mowgli, pretty damn good. Go, I would say go see it, but check it out on Netflix. Definitely worth the watch.